this morning and not tomorrow morning because it's going to be a little wetter. So I'm glad we are all here. Well, good morning and welcome. And thank everyone for joining us here today for this big announcement that's going to benefit San Diego families that are living in homes that are in need of some repairs. And I want to extend a special thanks to Alma Sanchez and her family for allowing us to hold our event here at the home. And I congratulate Alma on all of the work that was done and was recently completed. And you're going to hear just a little bit more about that in a couple minutes. With me is Karen Griegos, who's the regional representative of the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development's Office of Healthy Homes and Lead Hazard Control. Also joining is Mario Sierra, Director of our Environmental Services Department, and Alan Johans, who is Program Manager for Lead Safety and Healthy Homes Program. And I also want to thank many of the hardworking employees from Environmental Services Department who administer this program. And we are here today to accept and to thank the Department of Housing and Urban Development for a $3.4 million grant awarded to the City of San Diego to help qualifying families live in safer, healthier homes. That's what this morning is all about. And as with a lot of things that the city does, we have numerous community partners who help to make these programs such a success. This grant is administered by the city's Environmental Services Department with assistance from some of the organizations that we see here today, starting with the Environmental Health Coalition. Thank you for being here today. Our City Heights Community Development Corporation and the Urban Corps, someone who did a lot of the great work that you see right behind us. Some of all of these partners worked together to make sure they have the goal of eliminating lead poisoning as a major health concern. And this new grant will allow the city to eliminate lead and other home hazards in more than 150 residences over the next 3 years. And individual grants ranging from $4,500 to $10,000 will be available for owner-occupied homes and rental housing, depending upon eligibility. So again, I want to thank the Department of Housing and Urban Development for being a great partner with the City of San Diego. And I want to thank everyone from our Housing Commission, and I see Rick Gentry here, who as well. It all happens when we work together to make this happen. And now I would welcome Karen Griegos from the HUD office in Albuquerque, who's been a great partner, to tell us a little bit more about the program. Karen, welcome.
A very good morning to you all, and a special thanks to you, Alma, and to you, Mayor Faulkner, for supporting the city's efforts towards continuing the work before them in implementing this most important grant. It's my distinct honor and privilege joining you today to celebrate and announce the Lead-Based Paint Hazard Control and Healthy Homes Initiative Grant Award from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development's Office of Lead Hazard Control and Healthy Homes. And their grant, as we know, totals $3.4 million. The City of San Diego has been an integral partner of ours since 2002, having been awarded now over $31 million, representing 12 grants total to address lead-based paint and other housing-related health and safety hazards, with an emphasis on protecting at-risk children in vulnerable neighborhoods. The funding has allowed the city to build strong community-based partnerships, build capacity internally and externally through direct training and certification programs, family and service provider education, workforce development and employment, and of course, safe housing units for families with children. San Diego and their cadre of passionate, experienced partners have impacted and improved the lives of thousands of families in the city, and their legacy of effective, coordinated work will undoubtedly continue, and no doubt new improved delivery mechanisms and creative innovations and sustain health and safety through housing improvements will be realized, and the health outcomes of these families will also be documented and realized. In fiscal year 2014, our office was privileged to award $108 million in grants across the country to 33 local and state recipients to protect children and families from hazards of lead-based paint and other home and safety hazards. These funds continue to benefit and fill critical needs in communities where no other resources like this exist to address substandard housing that threaten the health and safety of the most vulnerable of residents. Key research verifies that unsafe and unhealthy homes affect the health of millions of people of all income levels, geographic areas, and walks of life in the United States. These unsafe, unhealthy homes affect the economy directly through increased utilization of healthcare services, and indirectly through lost wages and increased number of lost days at school. Utilizing housing as a platform to address these issues makes perfect sense. Housing improvements help prevent injuries and illness, reduce associated healthcare and social service costs, reduce absentee rates of children in school and adults at work, and decreases stress, all of which improves the quality of life. These grants demonstrate that providing healthy and safe homes for families and children is a priority of HUD and Secretary Julian Castro. Every child deserves to grow up in a safe and healthy home. On another positive note, we were informed yesterday that for fiscal year 2015, my office will be able to continue our most important work in communities of significant need through an appropriations of funding from Congress in the amount of $110 million. We are profoundly proud and congratulate you, the City of San Diego, Environmental Health Services Department, and your partners on this award. Thank you so much, and I will now pass on the comments of the Environmental Services Department, Mario Sierra. Thank you.
Well, good morning. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First of all, I think that this is a great opportunity to recognize some of the special projects that we have going on in the city of San Diego. We are very proud to be able to administer this program on behalf of the city. Now, going back to 2002 is when this program initially first started, and we've been able to do these type of improvements on nearly 3,000 homes throughout the city. This has allowed many families that have at-risk children to be able to live in a home that's much more safer, it's healthier, by eliminating the hazards that used to exist in the homes. Now, the main reason we're here today is to focus on lead safety and hazards. But the house that we're in front of today has had many other improvements, including the roof replacement, window replacements, major electrical improvements, and other items that you will see, including the beautiful paint job that was made on this home. Now, we have done specifically at this home Ms. Alma Sanchez, who you will be hearing from, including some child safety latches. So from something that's as major as a roof, that given the rains that we are anticipating tomorrow morning, to something as small as a safety child latch that will prevent a baby from hurting themselves. Now, these improvements were done in cooperation with many community and corporate partners that make this possible. We wouldn't be able to get as much done without their participation, and we really appreciate their efforts. I also want to thank the employees of the Environmental Services Department, especially Alan Johans, Robert Cox, and the many employees that work hard, dedicate, and take pride in what they do to ensure that many families in the city of San Diego remain as healthy and as safe as possible. For them, it's a labor of love that it brings them, as well as me, and we take great pride in being associated with programs and with partners that we have here today. Now, I will turn it over to the one person that we are here to hear from, the property owner, Ms. Alma Sanchez.
Thank you all for allowing me to show my appreciation. Thank you, sir, and all of you from the different departments that have made this possible. I want to say, I'm so overwhelmed right now. I want to start with how I feel like it's a domino effect. We started with a woman who was desperately in need of repairs that I no longer could afford due to being on a fixed income of Social Security and other things. It's not like when I was working. So here I am with a roof that's about ready to cave in on us. children, my grandchildren, that are playing an environment I wasn't aware of until Mr. Cox and his group made me aware of the lead and the unsafe things that were going on in the environment. And we're talking about a baby that's 1 year all the way up to 11, so that for me was utmost importance. And I also want to say thank you to the community as they work together. You know, I was just in awe of Mary, who works with the City Heights Urban Development, the Urban Corps, everybody, you all work together as a team to make this happen, to make it my home safe for myself, for my grandchildren, for the generations that are going to come afterwards. I thank you just doesn't seem enough. But it's like I said, the dominoes effect. We start with people that go in and ask for the monies for the various programs. Then we have different programs that allocate the money to everybody that's here. People such as the gentleman back here with Urban Corps that work to make these happen and put their blood, sweat, and tears into everything. And I just want to say thank you. It creates jobs for these people that were once on unemployment and different situations. So, you know, it's our town, our city, and to have it environmentally safe, to bring it aesthetically, make it beautiful, I can't tell you, it's a blessing, and I thank all of you, and I don't have enough time to mention everybody's name, but trust me, everybody, it was, I'm so thankful, and it's something that we need to support. We need to get out there and let people know, because I was one of many that knew nothing of these programs. Mary left a flyer, and I opened it up, and then Robert left something, so here I am finding out about these programs that have existed for a while, and I needed them and didn't know anything. So again, I thank you for allowing me to say a few words, and thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, thank you again to everybody. What a great morning. A beautiful morning to help celebrate a great accomplishment, not only for Alma, but for literally hundreds of San Diego families that have been helped and are going to receive this help. Thank you again to Housing and Urban Development for being such a great partner. Without work system, we all work together. So thank you for coming in, and any of us here today would be happy to answer any questions one-on-one. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.